Alright everybody, so this is the full Ninja 400 review. This is my 1,000-mile update on the bike, and what we got here is the bike. Everything is stock except the windshield, tank pad right here. You got the fender eliminator back here, and actually that's about it besides the phone mount. I like to ride motorcycles. No exhaust, no tuning done. Nothing. On the bike I currently have 1,036 miles. Starting off, yes, this is the 2023 Ninja 400 by Kawasaki, and this is in the KRT colorway. This has ABS on it. Now on the bike we're rocking the stock Dunlop tires. I got no problem with the brakes. Even after it's rained, I've had no squeaking or anything going wrong with the brakes. Now the wet weight of this bike is 370.3, and this tank holds 3.7 gallons of gas. And on this bike you're going fast. You're rocking a 45 horsepower bike. This is 399 cc's, and you can get up and go at 60 miles per hour, 4.5 in 5 seconds. That's pretty decent if you're revving all the way up there. I would not suggest doing that though if this bike is brand new. I only ever started doing that after I got past like 600 miles. Still, it's not advised though. By the manual. So when you sit down on the bike, the seat height on this guy is 30.9 inches. So when I'm in my normal riding position, my knees come up to the decal right here, just slightly above, just like that. And for me, it is actually pretty comfortable. As you can see here, the foot pegs are decently positioned. My feet, I'm not tucked or leaned all the way over. This bike is meant to have you more in an upright position. So instead of being hunched all the way over, you're kind of more upright like this, and my arms just have a slight bend when I am on the bike, so that's perfect. But me being 6 feet tall, this is not that bad of a bike to ride on. I can imagine if you're under 6 foot and you want to get a bike like this would be absolutely perfect, because when I'm on it, or any taller person is on it, like over 6 feet tall, we kind of make this thing look like a toy. If I'm being honest, it looks like a play bike. It doesn't look like we fit on this bike, but you know, that's okay, because this is a great starter bike. 400cc, 45 horsepower machine. This thing gets you going really fast, and I weigh 175 pounds, so that's pretty good. Now here's the startup screen on the bike. You get everything on the bike. You get your miles driven, you get trip A, trip B, and I can show you that here. If you cycle through using this button right here, there's the miles, trip A, trip B, there's your miles, got your miles per hour there. When you're riding, you also have your miles per gallon, you have a clock, and you have the gear indicator. And you have a little fuel gauge right at the top there that kind of shows you when you need to fill up. You have all of your indicators on the left side here, and you get the RPM, you get the tach. Clutch is really smooth on this bike. You can use your pinky, boop, boop, boop. Really easy to pull this guy in. You got your passing light, high beam, low beam, left turn signal, right turn signal, and your horn. Easy. Now here's the startup. You got your kill switch right here. You want to turn that on. I'll let you guys hear this. Now that's not a cold start. I was riding this bike for a little bit before this, but always remember to let your bike warm up if you haven't went out on a ride recently. So this is what stock sounds like. I'll give it a few revs here. Sounds pretty good. And now we shall take it out for a little ride. Now for our first bike, this bike is one of the most recommended bikes I think I've ever seen out there on the market. They sell so many of these bikes because they are just incredible at what they do. Now this bike in its class is one of the best, if not the best, bike. It gets up and goes. Now brakes are what you would expect for a bike that's around $5,600 MSRP. They're decent, but they're not like their Brembo or anything like that. They are what they are. They'll stop you. I think the most this bike can actually get to normally is like 115, and that's really pushing it. I get up and going to 80, 85, 90 miles per hour. It's louder, but it is what it is. If you want a commuter bike, this is basically everything you'd want for a commuter bike. You're not going to be staying in first gear when you're going around the city. You're going to be getting up there second, third gear, and that's fine. I prefer that. No, I'm not. All right, buddy. Holy. What? Well, as I was saying, you're not going to be getting up to, God, I lost what I was saying. What was that? What the fuck? I'm not saying not get a 600cc or don't get a 1000cc. You can do whatever the hell you want. I could give two shits. I'm just saying the best option for most people and the most affordable option would be getting a 400. Do I regret getting this bike? No, I don't. And I'm most likely not going to be upgrading to a 600cc. I'll probably be getting a 1000cc after this, if I'm being completely honest. I know I'll be having that bike for a long time. I know I'll be riding it for a long time. And starting on this bike, doing low speed, high speed, maneuvers, everything. It's fun being on a bike where you can use almost 100% of the power. Let's put it that way. On those higher CC bikes, you cannot use that bike to its full potential unless you really, really want to break the law. Now, I'm not going to be that guy, but you don't want your life ruined. If I got a 1000cc, sure, I'm going to be tempted to go 170 miles per hour. Am I going to do it? Probably not. Unless I go to the track and I'm feeling daring or something. One of my final thoughts on this bike, I think this is a very, very good beginner bike, and I highly, highly recommend anyone to go and get this bike. If they're looking to get their first bike, it definitely is enough power. You are not going to get bored of the bike, and if you think you are, try to get a test ride of the bike or go to an MSF course and see what a 125cc bike is like. I know everyone is different and they're going to perceive things differently and want to try out new things, but if you want to get a 600cc or a 1000cc, no one's stopping you except your parents and your loved ones. For me, this is the thing I wanted, and I think it's an amazing first bike. It has ABS. Always get ABS if you're a beginner rider. Hope you guys enjoyed the review today, and I'll make sure to get back to you when I get like 2,000 miles or something on it special. I'm going to go to a demo day at the place I got this bike from. I'll be shouting them out when I do go there and ride their bikes, because I'll be riding a ZX6R and a Ninja 1000 SX. Now those two bikes are fast bikes. One's a sport touring and then one's a sport bike or a super sport. But guys, always remember to keep on riding, be safe, enjoy your life to the fullest, and practice good riding decisions. Think, use your brain, use that big brain you got up there, use your eyes, be attentive. I'll see you guys all in the next one, and it's going to be more of an upbeat, happy video. I'll see you guys later.